We're not a college known for its numeracy, but to give you a sense of the size of today's graduating class, we've prepared some graduation statistics. We are awarding 117 bachelor degrees and 11 graduate degrees to December 2020 graduates, 272 bachelor degrees and 40 graduate degrees to April 2021 graduates. Additionally, we are celebrating 69 bachelor degrees and 14 graduate degrees to be awarded in June, and 44 bachelor degrees and 7 graduate degrees to be awarded in August. Among our undergraduate students, 17 are being distinguished through the honors program with university honors. The designated university Latin honors, summa cum laude, magna cum laude, and cum laude, will be posted on each recipient's individual transcript. Although in the past, we have taken advantage of the physical presence of our graduates in front of me to have them stand and demonstrate their demographic diversity, that little trick is impossible to do this morning. Instead, I'm going to ask you to imagine in your minds 525 robed graduates sitting in front of me. I ask those to stand who are from within the Intermountain area of the United States. More than 250 stand up. For the Pacific Coast, around 180. East of the Mississippi, around 50. A country other than the USA, around 50 more. When I ask how many have completed some type of internship or study abroad experience during their college career, over 320 graduates stand, showing how important experiential learning is in our college. When I ask how many speak a second language, more than 350 stand, showing the unique bilingual environment of BYU. Then I usually ratchet up the stakes by asking for a third language, a fourth language, a fifth language, and people keep sitting down. Some years I need to get to 6 before everyone sits down. More interestingly, when I ask how many are graduating in the major they intended to pursue when they first came to BYU, only about 65 graduates stand out of 525, suggesting that many have followed their hearts to our college. It comes as a surprise to some to learn that a vast majority of our graduates come to the humanities gradually, following a unique and personal path marked by distinct moments and experiences. The 19th century American poet Walt Whitman penned a few lines describing a child who, like our graduates, went forth each day into the world to observe, to learn, and to grow. You're probably familiar with this poem. It opens, "There was a child went forth every day, and the first object he looked upon, that object he became. And that object became part of him for the day, or a certain part of the day, or for many years, or stretching cycles of years." Whitman describes the child doing more than just watching the child. He became what he saw, suggesting the kind of engaged learning that takes place at a university. In typical Whitman fashion, there next follows, in the poem, a volley of images that involve all the human senses, giving the reader a taste of what the child saw and became on various days of going forth. Lilacs and clover, the song of the phoebe bird, the mare's foal and the cow's calf, the light yellow corn, the townspeople. Like Whitman's child, you graduates went forth onto the campus of BYU. You went forth and climbed the Y, went forth and studied in the library, went forth and sweated in the Richards Building or the testing center, probably both. Unfortunately, much of that going forth has been virtual lately. And every day now, for years, you went forth and looked upon new things and became, for that day, or a series of days, or even a semester, botanists, zoologists, or anthropologists. Thanks to loving teachers, you went forth to see the world through different eyes. The eyes of the economist, the mathematician, the painter, the philosopher, or the poet. And as you went forth to learn new languages, you have not only come to see others as brothers and sisters, but also may have become someone richer and more empathetic than your monolingual self could have ever imagined. By learning to see things anew with a fresh perspective, you have fortified yourselves intellectually and spiritually to make a difference in the world. You went forth into classrooms that blended reason and faith in the hallmark learning style of BYU, and we hope you now better see the world as God sees it. Many of you began at BYU with very different intentions for your lives, but if you are being featured here today, You have at some point puzzled over the question Whitman's child confronts later on in the poem as he expanded beyond his family domain and went forth from mere observation to inquiry, from description to metaphysics. The family usages, the language, the company, the furniture, the yearning and swelling heart, affection that will not be gainsaid, the sense of what is real, the thought if after all it should prove unreal, the doubts of daytime and the doubts of nighttime, the curious whether and how, whether that which appears so, or is it all flashes and specks? Men and women crowding fast in the streets, if they are not flashes and specks, what are they? This enigmatic question, if men and women are not flashes and specks, what are they, is one that you as students of the humanities have asked in one way or another and will continue to ask. What are they is the question that informs all the human disciplines, language, philosophy, music, art, literature, and more. And it is another singular human gift, the ability to ask that question and pass our answers down through generations we will never know, that whispers our inner divinity. Take any individual human being, even those most corrupt or flawed, and examine them closely with eyes intent on seeing them as God sees them, and you will find, as Shakespeare's Hamlet noted, a piece of work unique in the universe. Hopefully you graduates have gone forth into sufficient experience, have learned to see others from enough new angles and perspectives that your newfound perspective on humankind kindles fire in your bones and informs all your human interactions. May you, for the rest of your promising lives, continue to go forth every day, to see, to learn, and to become more human and more humane.